This tutorial will show you how to upload your sermons onto your website and also your bulletins. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the sermons and I'm going to click on it and I'm going to hit add new. And then I'm going to type in the title. When I type in the title, that's actually the wrong one. I'm doing the first Sunday of Advent. So let me turn to that. That little dash, I'm going to put the year after it, whether it's 22 or 2022. Oops. Because there's going to be more first Sundays of Advent throughout the years, so you want to denote this by the year. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll over to the right, and I'm going to go down to Matthew because the sermon was based on the book of Matthew. They're alphabetical. Okay, and then I'm going to type in, I clicked in this little, this is when you, normally when you bring it up, this is how it will look. So I'll leave it this way, under the visual, okay? So sermon, text. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down, and we're in the season of Advent. And then if you would like to add the sermon, you can click in here. You can do one of two things. If you have just all the words that you've copied and pasted, then you can paste it into this section and it will appear. The other thing you can do is if it's in like a doc file or a PDF file, you can click add media and then upload that particular file by selecting it. It'll go to your computer and then you can insert it that way. That would be the two ways of doing that. Okay, if you do upload a sermon text for this type, make sure you click this box. The next thing we need to do is we need to get the video going here. And I already have your page ready to go. Now, if you notice that it is at 5:27, that is because there is a lot of dead time at the beginning. And I like to start the service where the service starts. You have a first-time person coming on here and they're vetting your church. You don't want to have them sitting there for 5 minutes waiting for the service to start. So I always try to find out where that's at, and then if you look, it says 5:27. When I go to the share button and I go to embed it, that 5:27 is right there. I'm just going to click on that and I'm going to hit copy, and then I can go back out of this and I can come down here and I can paste all of that, what I just copied off of there, and it will start at 5:27. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to upload the bulletin for it. Now you can pre-do this if you want somebody to have the bulletin. You can get this page already started, except for the video portion, so that the bulletin's already there. I went to the wrong spot on the desktop. Here is my bulletin. This is just a bulletin that I pulled out of my files. It is off the screen right now. You can't see it, but there is a cancel button and a open button to the right over here. I'm going to click the open button. And then once it's up here, it's checked. I'm going to hit select, and then it will put itself right here. I next change my name because I did not write the sermon, and I just put Pastor Good Shepherd. You have an option to click. This was a Pastor Waltz service, so I will click Pastor Waltz. The last thing I do is I check and get a featured image, and we have Advent. So I'm going to click on Advent. And that is all. Now, the one difference that you can do, this was actually done last Sunday. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to post date it. I don't remember. I think the date was the 5th. I'll fix it later if it wasn't. So I'm going to click that so that it'll show that it is a sermon from the December 5th, if that is in fact the Sunday. And now I'm going to hit publish. I'm going to go up, and I always look at it on the site so that I can make sure that it came up like it's supposed to. And I look, and here it is, Advent, first Sunday in Advent. Pastor Waltz was the speaker. There is a video and there is a PDF, which would be the bulletin. If the sermon was also there, there'd be another little black icon here for that. I click on it, make sure it takes me to the right page, and there that is. And down below, it'll say the sermon text and whatnot. If you had the sermon, then the sermon would also be here before this image right here. And that is all. If you have any questions, let me know.